Hello guys, this is part 2 of the Battle of the Jaxartes river, where we are seeing Macedonians. The Macedonians are trying to get over the river and the Scythians are doing what they can, hindering them here. And so far I'd say that the Scythians have been really successful. They have done some impressive skirmish fighting here, and yeah, they have actually destroyed one of the two catapult units we had here for the Macedonians over here somewhere. So those guys are in the dead pile now, over there. And also some other good skirmish. Another unit destroyed. I think that was the Slinger unit located on that flank. And well, as you can see, many Macedonian units also had taken hits here. But we have seen some good skirmish from the Macedonians and some hitting as well. So we have a good bunch of Scythian units down to 2 blocks over the whole line here, and also some guys retreated here with some losses. So, and most importantly, maybe we are now seeing the Macedonians on the river, so they are ready to cross. It has been a costly crossing for them, but they are soon to be over here now. And we're also seeing Alexander alone with his companion cavalry over here, and he's looking into the Scythian line formed up here, and probably will hit them sooner or later. Otherwise, well, Scythians are in a lead, 2-0. The Macedonians have not gained any banners yet, but I guess we will see some coming during this session. Also worth to note is that the Scythian general here, Jaxartes, is the only guy left here with this medium-heavy cavalry. I think this is a kind of a noble Scythian cavalry here. As I said, medium-heavy. Those are the only guys left on the riverbank. They have been fighting here on the phalanxes and other stuff coming over, while the lighter troops have retreated. So let's continue. This is I think this is actually turn 4, and it's the Macedonians. So they have a 3 and a 2 left. It's over there. That's cool. We have 4 over here. Actually, those guys, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They are in the range. They could actually fire on the main line here. They have a crazy range of 6, those catapults. So it could be a thing to attack here with the artillery and also Alexander in a joint attack. Then we have a move, fire, move. We could approach with some lights here and put in some fire. We have a leadership in a section that could be interesting now, because Jaxartes could order a big bunch of units on this flank. And then we also have 3 units here, so that could also be a nice one. That would be the same thing as the 4 on the left, of course, on the right, I mean. So we have some cool things we could do here. It would be nice to order guys from both flanks. We don't have that much in the center. If we order Jaxartes, we could order him, of course. And that could be really good to get these guys. We could also, if we ordered this flank, we could ride in with a medium-heavy cavalry and attack here. But that could be a difficult one, because we don't have any. Well, we would have leader support actually, because Jaxartes would give those guys leader support. That's really tempting. So I'm just thinking, would the move, fire, move do? Would that be any thing worth of doing now? I don't see that really. So I think I'm gonna lean against either we could do the Macedonian attack on the right or on the left. So I'll roll again for it. I know I have done a lot of rolls in this battle for especially the Macedonian side, but I kind of like these. Since I play Solitaire, it's cool if there's some things happening, you know, that you don't have 100% control over. So I really like these dice rolls to decide when I find 2 good options, for instance, and and you know, let the fate decide a bit, or the spirit of Alexander perhaps. So I'm gonna roll, so it's 1 to 3 I'm gonna play the left flank, 4 to 6 I will play Alexander's right flank. And we go with Alexander. So I will actually play the 3 units right. So Alexander will now cross the river and lead the attack. We will see some artillery fire. These guys will not activate, they will just stay put there. They have been depleted by heavy fire from the Scythians. So, who should we attack? Well, these guys are not easy because they are on the river, on the hilltop there, so I think I'm gonna go for the next one. They will of course evade, I know that, but at least be forcing them back here, you know. So I'm gonna ride Alexander here, and then we start. So let's see. The artillery could fire. Guess they could fire at that unit as well. It's not a blocked line of sight there. No, that's fine. So the artillery could fire here, here, or here. Because if I attack with Alexander, those guys will for sure evade. And then I will fire against these guys with artillery. Yeah, let's do that. So we'll start with Alexander. It's he get 4 dice thanks to him being attached there. But the Scythians will try to evade, of course. But let's see if we get any greens. No, the Scythians got away really nicely here. So, but now they are on the baseline, so that's dangerous for them. Too bad Alexander cannot follow up. Then we have the artillery attack. It's 2 dice against that bow unit there. And this is actually a more dangerous attack than Alexander's attack, because if we start rolling flags, then the Scythians will start taking big losses here. No flags, but 1 hit. So another one down to 2 blocks. There are many down to 2 blocks. So not many banners gained by Alexander, or the Macedonians, but loads and loads of cavalry units down to 2 blocks here. So that was it. So the Scythians, will they have an opportunity to fire against Alexander now? 2 in the center, right leadership, nah, not good. We had a leader in the center, 3 there or 4 in the center. I think perhaps we will play the 4 in the center, or this one. Bad thing, we don't have that much to counter against Alexander this time. We could play it with a line command and order just 1 unit here. We could get that guy out of the... That could be good, because if we don't move these guys out of the way, we know Alexander will hit them. That's a problem. But it's a waste also. If we just play this card and move away these guys, we kind of lose 1 turn, and the Macedonians can get over next time. So I'm not really sure. Or should we instead attack him? I mean, if we would order 2 units in the center, we could fire at him once and maybe even do attack with the noble cavalry here. That would be a nice leader against leader fight, right? That's a bit tempting. I'm gonna be fair against Alexander. I could also play 4 in the center. That's even better. We could get loads of fire against Alexander. Yeah, I'm gonna play that. I'm not gonna roll this time. So it's a bit 4 in the center, and that's pretty much everything we have here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I will now put in some good fire here. Let's see. Yeah, let's 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's put everything on him this time. Those go there. Maybe not that guy. Let's leave it with 2, but this Jaxartes will move 1, 2, 3 here, and these guys will actually move just down 1 hex there. Yeah, that will be good. Those have moved, so that's the 4 movements. So let's start. We start here with a 1 die attack, and that's a hit. The good skirmishing from the Scythians continue, and you know what? We need to check if Alexander is a casualty here. Oh no, but that was really close. Then we continue with some good bow fire there. It's 2 dice because those guys did not move. And they missed. Let's put in another attack with a javelins here. That's a miss. So now comes the climax when Jaxartes go in for the kill here. He needs 2 hits and he has 3 dice, you know. He could actually pull this through. And you know he did. He rolled 2... No, sorry. I almost forgot again. This is companion cavalry. They ignore 1 of these. That's crazy. So it's 1 hit and a flag. The flag they will ignore, of course. This is Alexander and the companions, right? They will not take that retreat. I don't want to get back on the other side of the river again. So, but we need to again check the fate of Alexander before we do the battle back, I guess. He's fine, so here comes the battle back, and this could be devastating for the Scythians, because now it's 4 dice, and yeah, pretty much everything hit, right? We need 2 hits. We got the needed 2 hits. So the Scythian noble cavalry goes down with a bang. This was an epic cavalry clash there. And we see the first banner for Alexander, gained by Alexander the companion himself. And now we also need to check if this goes as in history, Jaxartes is false or not. No, not yet at least. So he can now relocate somewhere. And where to go? Well, let's put him with those lights. Okay, pretty epic cavalry battles there. Basically the companion cavalry is doing what that forlorn hope units did in history when they went over to provoke the Scythians to attack. So Alexander is doing the dirty job here and taking a lot of casualties as a result, but we know he can do some harm, right? And I think I might sacrifice him next turn to get a few more banners here. So let's see. Here we go. Okay, this card could be nice because I could order Alexander with that, do something here, and also get some things happening in the center. I think I'm gonna play that card, to be honest. Bad thing I cannot... would be nice to activate the artillery too. I could do that with this card instead. That would be the artillery and Alexander. Maybe that's even more tempting than this one. I mean, if we would fire with artillery against these guys, 1 flag would be enough to eliminate the unit. And I will get another unit with Alexander's another crazy charge here, so I could even get 2 banners this turn. Yeah, I will do it. I will play 4 here. So artillery again and Alexander again. So a lot of action on this flank. So Alexander will just ride through the enemy here. He's really I mean, we don't have any dangerous cavalry left, right? There's no mediums. It's only lights here, so we're there. So here we go. We start with artillery. They fire against that bow unit, and it's 2 dice, and a flag would be preferable here. No, but another hit though. Slowly grinding. And here we attack with Alexander. Let's put that block up again. These guys have no evade opportunity anymore, so I think they're doomed. Okay, we need 2 hits though. We got those. We got 3 hits. So the bow unit goes down, and we see Alexander himself evens out the banner count here to 2 against 2. He goes in. He goes there. Let's see. Maybe he goes back. No, he needs to go there and 1 more, right? Too bad I can't reach those guys. That would have been perhaps a good way to eliminate them, actually. I go here, I there, because, you know, I can take 2 flags. There is no chance these guys can force me to retreat. So I'm not worried about retreat pass here. So I go here, I'm gonna attack those guys. They will evade, but I will roll these 4 dice, and if I get 2 greens, they're done. This is Alexander. This is Alexander. We got 2 greens, so even if those guys try to evade, they go down. And another one. This is all the work of the companions here. So we need to check the leader again, and this time is only 1 die. Oh, okay, so now he needs to evade, right? He could evade out of from the board, but since it is the Scythian's next turn, I could go there and activate him. Now the problem is I don't remember, did I have an activation card on this flank? I'm not sure about that actually, and if he's here he's doomed, because Alexander would just kill him. I don't remember if I could activate him or not, and I don't want to check this hand either, because I want to keep this a bit hidden for myself, so to speak. I'm happy I have a bad memory here. But you know what? I'm gonna evade. I don't see it that I have that much benefit of this guy anymore now. So I will go out. He evades out, and he see his whole flank has shattered. Center is shattered. His noble cavalry is done. They are killed. Some resistance still on the right hand flank, but okay, he sees it's time to go fight another day. So here we go. But they don't get a banner for that, of course. But a good turn by Alexander and his men there. So now suddenly we have the Macedonians in the lead, actually. But now it's the I'm happy I did that with the Jaxartes. As you can see, we don't have. Maybe I could have. Yeah, we could have ordered him with this card, but that would be a turn lost. I mean, if I would play this guy, this card, and move Jaxartes somewhere, that would just give the Macedonians another turn. So I think, all in all, or in hindsight, I think it was a good thing to evade out of the board with Jaxartes, actually. But as you can see, we have gotten a mounted charge by these guys now. So the thing is, we need 1 hit here, and we have captured we have killed these guys, and we could also perhaps capture Alexander if we force him to retreat here. So I think I'm gonna play this card now. No ranged combat for ordered units. That's the bad thing. But I'm gonna take my chances to get these guys now. So I will ride. Let's see. I'm gonna order 5 units first. So it's 1, 2, 3. What else would I want to do here? What else? I don't think I want to ride up and attack here. I mean, that's a river, so of course we could do 2 attacks here. But the retaliation would be really, really harsh, I guess. Let's see. Should we do it anyway? No, I don't think so. So I'm not gonna order these guys. These guys would just ride up here to the hill, get some protection from there. But here we're gonna see fierce attack. 1, 2, 2, and these guys go there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're still in range of that artillery. They are crazy. So here goes. Now we are counting on getting Alexander now. We are throwing in everything. That was the last order Jaxartes gave when he rode out from the field. Hey, get him. So they're surrounding him, and now comes the attack. So let's start here. We have 2 dice, and we need 1 blue, you know. We got 2. That was a crazy good roll. So we got the companions in the end anyway. Sad moment for the companion cavalry there. We got this Scythian 3rd banner. And now we're gonna see if Alexander survived this. He did, but he needs now to evade, you know, through enemies. So he goes here, and then the Scythians can do attack. And if I roll 1 leader symbol, Alexander is caught. And he is. Can you believe it? These light cavalry managed to surround Alexander and got him. The Scythians now have 4 banners by that. So they're 1 to victory now. So this is not done yet. That's for sure. By the way, did I roll only 2 dice? Or did I roll 3 in attack? I don't remember. I should have gotten 3 because it was the mounted charge card. Maybe I did. Okay, Macedonians. Seeing that Alexander is caught here, they need to act quickly to try to release him, right? So what on earth should we do now? We need 2 more banners. So let's do the coordinator attack now. The plan for me is to, you know, now that we have the Scythians backed up a bit, right? We're hoping to roll some flags on those guys, because that means more or less elimination. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They're still in range. If you can hit one of these guys and just get 1 flag, then it's thanks and goodbye for those guys. So same goes here. So we want to get some good fire on those guys. So from the center, well, we don't have that much ranged guys from the center, so I will just start marching Craters towards over there, and from here we move up the Auxilia, and they can throw some javelins. So let's start with that. So the javelin throwers against the bow unit up on the hill. On a hit. Again, wearing those guys down, piece by piece. And now comes the another artillery attack, and we gonna... Let's take those guys in the center. I think I see them, yeah. There's 2 dice, I need a flag. No, I'm rolling bad with those artillery. That's too bad, that's too bad. That would be some important banners to get by that fire. But it didn't happen this time. So suddenly, it looked good for Alexander a while ago when they got into the lead, but Alexander's demise was a bad blow for the Macedonians, of course. So now it's the Scythians again. They need to harvest 1 more. They got the light troops. They are really getting good cards now. This is really good now. So they play the light troops, of course. That's 5 of them. And we're gonna put in some good fire here now. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So these guys will ride up here. Need to remember those guys have moved. These guys will move up. Where? Maybe we should put these guys... No. I don't know. I don't really know what to do with these guys. Let's just put them here then. They can harass Craterus. These guys will stay put, and these guys... I'll go there. My hopes are actually against those troops. If we can get those, we can win the battle. Another thing would be to get those guys, of course. Yeah, maybe we should move there instead. Yeah, I think those are more vulnerable actually. Let's try that. So here comes 1 die. And that's a hit. And then we do some bow fire from here against that same unit. Now we have 2 dice. And 2 flags. I think that's the end of it, because he can ignore 1, but the other one he needs to take 1, 2, 3, and 4, and that's when he's eliminated. So the Scythians get the 5th banner. So that's the end of it. 5-3, and Alexander has seen his first defeat actually, and who knows what the fate of Alexander would be. Probably they will ransom him back for a big amount of money, I guess, or they would kill him. I'm not really sure. I guess Alexander could. I mean, he has gained some really good wealth now, so he can bribe Jaxartes and the other warlords around here to buy him back to the Macedonian army, but that would be costly, that's for sure. But this time it didn't work with the assault over the river. The skirmish fire from the Scythians were too deadly here. And one important thing of course was that one of the artillery pieces was eliminated pretty early on. I think it was already in the first Duck in the Sky that the Scythian played. Maybe it was even the first activation. So yeah, a good battle though. Did I expect this? Well, I kind of knew they would be deadly with their skirmish fire and they could evade all the time, but I somehow, when we got to 3 banners for the Macedonians against, I think it was only 2 at that point for the Scythians, I thought it was over, because they didn't have anything really here to counter only lights and pretty depleted units, but they managed to surround Alexander and get him. And since they got Alexander himself, they got the banner by that as well. I mean, if he had escaped, maybe we only would have been on 4 banners now for the Scythians. And who knows what would happen next turn. I mean, we had so many down into 1 blocks and 2 blocks here. So, well, I think it was really even. So, in that sense, I think this is a really cool battle and a very different battle, since we only have lights and a light army here. So, yeah, I think it was cool. I hope you enjoyed it too. And especially if you like Scythians, you should be happy now. If you are a fan of Alexander, maybe not that happy. But anyway, cool fight, and it's good to see that someone can resist Alexander. I mean, we have seen some really good bashing of Persians before. I mean, just look at the Gaugamela game I played. That was a slaughter, right? So. But anyway, we are not done with Alexander yet. We will see him return and take on some Indians next time. And if I'm not wrong here, I think that's the last battle we will see featuring Alexander the Great. And looking forward to that. And we will see some cool elephants in play again, which I played so wrongly in Gaugamela. So, thanks for watching, and see you next time, and bye-bye.